Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is Captain Rick here, and we are, well, let me see, what number are we on right now? We're on number 22, and this happens to be my home state of Indiana, and we are actually in Indianapolis right now. No, we're not going to fly into the International Airport, which is located like right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Exec Airport. Now, there happens to be a pilot that I follow on YouTube. He goes by the name of Premier1Driver, and he flies out of the Indianapolis Executive Airport, which is located on the north side of town near Noblesville. So that's where we're going today. So right now we happen to be over Indianapolis. We are right now currently descending, and if you look to the left here, this is the International Airport there, and now this is in downtown Indianapolis. To our left right there. Now let me tell you a little bit of information here. This plane that I'm flying today is the one I've flown for quite a bit. It is a Cessna Caravan, Grand Caravan. It is a 208B Grand Caravan. Now the livery on it is Hagelin Aviation Services. Now if you were a fan of a show that was out about a decade ago called Flying Wild Alaska, Era Airlines is a part of Hagelin Aviation Services. As a matter of fact, that livery was featured many times on the show, especially on aircraft just like this one right here. So in honor of the fact that Leslie and I are now watching Flying Wild Alaska, I decided to hop into the Caravan today and take her from Cincinnati to Indianapolis. It's a short hop, less than an hour. So I wanted to do that to pay homage to the show that we're watching right now, Flying Wild Alaska, and also play homage to Premier1Driver, who is on, which I'll go ahead and include in the links, his YouTube channel. So right now I am doing that, and I've never flown into the Executive Airport. It's always been this one right here to the left. And I'd also like to pay tribute to the individuals who were shot and killed in Indianapolis at the Fed Ex facility a couple weeks back. I feel very, very sad for all the families and such. Now, I have no idea what this is. Looks like this might be a mall. Look at all the parking spots here. I don't know what that building is below me. It's in the neighborhood of Speedway, so I was kind of hoping it might be somewhere in the neighborhood of the the Speedway would be to the left here. And I don't see it represented at all. So I guess that would have been the Motor Speedway would be right about here. So I'm going to have to go ahead and see if we've got any additional scenery for that, because that's kind of an important point in Indianapolis, of course. You know. When you think of Indianapolis, the first thing you think of is the Indianapolis 500, which is coming up on Memorial Day weekend. Now, if you were to go a little bit further to the west, in the city of Claremont, there would be the drag strip, and that's home of the U.S. Nationals. That is the big NHRA event that's held over Labor Day weekend. So Indianapolis plays host to quite a bit of things in the world of motorsports when it comes to the holidays. Memorial Day weekend is, of course, the Indy 500, and on Labor Day weekend is, of course, the big go for the National Hot Rod Association, which I attended many, many years ago, back at the 50th anniversary of the NHRA Big Go, and that was just a real treat. So what we're doing is we're making our way here, going to the we're going to the Executive Airport on the north side of town. So right now we're over Eagle Creek Airport, which is to our left. So we're going to take a look on the left-hand side. Whoa, I'm turning. Yeah, so what I'm going to have to do is come back at another time and include the Speedway. I'm surprised that it's not modeled. I don't know why it isn't. I flew right by it. So I'm a little bit surprised by that. So So what I'm going to do right now is going to get lined up for runway 36, which is straight to the north. And they will be landing at the Executive Airport for Indianapolis. So you can see right here is the ILS. We're not flying an ILS approach. We're just going to do a visual approach because the weather's just so pretty right now. Had we had rain or high clouds, or low clouds rather, we definitely would be making an ILS approach. So we're just making it simple, and you can see it right off in the distance, about 10 miles away, right there. So that's where we're heading. And once again, this is stop number 22 of the 48 airports in 48 states, but we're also have included spring break. We went to the Gulf, and also we wound up doing the District of Columbia. So, and I've decided I'm definitely going to be doing Alaska to pay tribute to Flying Wild Alaska, and just to see some of the things that the Tweedo family had to encounter in regards to the show and also their business that's up there. In case you were wondering, I did a little research here. Era Airlines no longer exists. It exists as Hagelin Aviation, but Jim Tweedo, the father, is still the president of the company. And if you remember, they were based out of Unalakleet, Alaska. UNK. P-U-N-K, I think is what it is. That's a punk. But yeah, Unalakleet, Alaska is where that show was based. And there's the long approach. Flying over Zionsville, Indiana right now, so take a look on the outside view. That's the last of 465. 465 is a huge loop around Indianapolis. Now, when we took off out of Cincinnati, we had heavy rain. That's strange. Last time we flew into Cincinnati, we had clouds and rain and such, so not sure what's going on there. Okay, we're going to get the plane ready to land here. I got the flaps extended. You don't have to lower the gear on it because the gear is fixed to this airplane. So right now we're just going to make our approach into runway 36. And if you're wondering, the ICAO code, if you're following along at home, for the Indianapolis Executive Airport is KTYQ. That's Kilo Tango Yankee Quebec. It's a warm day. I noticed that. I got a couple thermals as I'm making my trek over here. By the way, thank you for all the wonderful comments and such that I've been receiving. I thank you so very much for subscribing and liking this channel, and I really do appreciate it. I'm only doing one this weekend because we've been busy all weekend long. And if you were following along on Facebook, Leslie and I got engaged yesterday, and also we wound up going out to my parents' graves and her brother's grave and got it all ready for springtime. So that's what we were doing yesterday. Today is just too beautiful. There we go. Make a little slight correction here. Just too beautiful to be indoors flying the plane, so I just came in for about an hour here just to make this flight and this video for this week. Now, since we considered Cincinnati Airport in Ohio, even though it's in Kentucky, that takes care of the state of Ohio, our 20th stop. No, our 21st stop. This is our 22nd stop. And this is for the state of Indiana. So I will probably go north next to Michigan, and then across the lake to Wisconsin, and then down to Illinois, and then to Kentucky, and then I might swing over to Missouri and catch it at that point. But if you've got some cities that you've got in mind, let me know what you'd like to go and have me fly over. I'm going to do my very best to do that. this first time through, I'm going to hit, you know, any airport I really damn well choose. And then the next one, I'm going to wind up doing only Class D airports, which is the lot smaller ones. So it'll be none of the international airports. Very few of the, I might do some of the regional airports, but if anything, it'll be smaller airports like this. Just to say, hey, I've been there. Okay, short final right here, runway 36. Let's see how we do on the landing here. Okay, that's the middle marker. Oh, piece of cake, jeez. That's a little easy. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. Very little flare on that one. I was just right, kind of just cruising slowly to the ground. All right, where's the... Okay, I can exit here, but I think I'm going a little too fast, so I think I'll go to the next taxiway to the left. And then I'm going to park over there. So this is the airport that Premier1Driver flies out of, and I really like his channel. He flies into Gary quite a bit, so I really think that's pretty cool. And he's friends with Max Weldon, and it's really cool. And he also served this Premier1Driver served in the United States Air Force, so as a tribute to our military careers and the commonalities there, I say thank you for serving, and I am just honored to have served in the military with you. Not we didn't work together at all, but I just wanted to do that. So there you go, Indianapolis Executive Airport. I thank you so much for tuning in today. Stop number 22 of 48, and then tune in next weekend where we head up to Michigan. Have yourself a great remainder of your weekend. I thank you so much for tuning in.